everybody, welcome to the next episode of NVTV. Today we're sitting down with Mackenzie Van Ness to talk to her about her 4-H project for the fair this year. Hi, Mackenzie.
Hi.
So tell us a little about what you've got going on this year for 4-H.
I take pigs.
What is your favorite part about taking pigs to the fair?
They're easy to take care of and they're fun to take care of, I guess. So.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about taking care of the pigs?
They're really funny.
They're funny? Mm-hmm. So do you think that each pig has kind of a different personality? Mm-hmm. So what kind of personalities do you see down in the barn right now?
I have one that is pretty mean. He's really rude. And then I have another one. She just acts a little bit, she's just sassy, I guess, in a way. And then they're all kind of lazy. And I have one, he's tiny and he's really funny. And he's like an attention hog. Then the other one just doesn't care. He's really shy and, again, really lazy.
Yeah. Who's your favorite?
Probably my tiny funny one.
Yeah. Does he have a name?
Oreo.
Oreo?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is your favorite part about 4-H?
I get to take animals for one, and also I get to help out the community as well. So.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of things do you do for your community?
We actually were at the fairgrounds the other day and we cleaned up trash and planted some flower beds. And
nice.
Coming up soon, I think we're painting one of the community buildings at the fairgrounds. So.
Very nice. So how many years have you been doing the community service?
The community service, I think, as long as I've been in 4-H, so about 6, I believe.
6 years?
I think so.
Very nice. What's your favorite project that you've done so far in the community service?
Probably the one where we picked up trash, I think.
Was it because it's the most successful?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So what is your biggest success that you've had at the fair? Have you had any years that was just your year and everything went well?
When I did scrapbooking, I did really well that year with everything, actually. I was surprised about that.
So what did you do with scrapbooking?
I had to create my own scrapbook about a topic that I chose. Mine was my lifetime, so it started when my mom was pregnant for me and went all my years, and every page had a year, like my birthday and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And it ended up all my years, and then when Maddie was born, and...
Mm-hmm. Are there any other things in 4-H that you want to try going forward?
Yeah, we planted a garden recently, and I want to do a garden project in 4-H, I think.
So what do you think would be your biggest obstacle when you're showing your pigs?
They don't listen very well. It's not like a dog. You can't train them to know their name and tell them to come here, and they just listen to you. But
yeah,
a little bit tough to work with when walking, but once they get more used to it, they're easier. So.
What is your daily routine with your pigs?
I normally go down towards the night, like in the afternoon, with one of my parents, and I get in the pen, each pen, then we have them separated, so I get in one pen and then the other. So I take my scoop that I use for my feed and I feed them, and then I normally play with them just a tiny bit, like not just a tiny bit, but a little bit. And then if it's a really hot night, then we'll spray them down with some water, and then I'll move on to the next pen and do the exact same thing.
What all are you being judged on?
We are judged on the weight. We have a weight limit. So it's between 220 and 290 pounds that they have to be. And we also are judged on their looks. And I mean, if they're like bruised or limping or hurt.
So now are you showing in a ring with this pig?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's that like? You mentioned they don't behave like dogs. They kind of have a mind of their own. So what's it like to actually show a pig?
It's kind of crazy because, like, you have to find your pig out of the group of pigs that are running around the arena with you. And everybody's bumping into each other, and you have to try and stay calm and smile the entire time while looking at the judge on and off. And I think the most difficult part would be to keep smiling and to keep the pig in between you and the judge, because that's where the pig has to be. So.
And then what happens after the fair?
So during the fair, they have a time where individually because we take 2 pigs to the fair. Some people take 1, but they have you individually take your pig into a ring, and then people bid on it. And once they either say they are going to keep it or sell it, they put a chalk mark on their pig, and then it's pretty much not yours anymore, but like still yours at the same time. But
It's your pig now sold to somebody else.
yeah.
Okay.
And then pretty much at the end of the fair, you just go home, and you have to make sure your pig's gone out of their pen, but you just go home. So
How's that process? Raising this pig, caring for it, and then having to sell it off?
well, I get really attached to them, so that's my bad, but I get really attached, and then it's really hard at fair time to sell them, and so like that's my only problem with selling my pigs, is because I have to detach myself from them, and it's really hard, but it's fun through the process, I guess. So it's all worth it.
So introduce me to these guys here.
So the one with the white stripe in the middle of his back area is Oreo, because he looks like an Oreo.
name.
And this one is Dot. So we have Oreo and Dot in this pen. They're both boys. And then
Okay.
we move over to this pen, and there's Sugar and Brownie, which Sugar is a girl and then Brownie is a boy. So we have 3 boys and a girl.
So who were you planning on taking to the fair this year?
We decide on weight when it's around time for the fair. So it's whoever makes weight, which we are more than likely going to end up taking either these 2 or Sugar and Dot.
Okay.
And just because Oreo's tiny, so.
Yeah. So will you keep them, the ones that you don't take, until next year?
No, we sell them after the fair. So
Gotcha.
we sell them ourselves, so.
Cool. So your favorite's Oreo?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why is Oreo your favorite?
Well, he's just really playful, and I mean, he is the attention hog, but it's adorable.
Yeah. So which one do you think right now, if you had to take him to the fair, which one do you think would do best?
Would do
Would
best.
score the highest?
He probably looks the best, but he's the meanest. But he would probably score the highest, yeah.
Which one would you prefer to take to the fair?
Oreo, but
He's got to fatten up a little more, right?
yeah, he's tiny, and I love him too much. No.
He's going to be the hard one to part with.
Yeah.
Yeah.